Guys, welcome back to war number 10 of season 21. We've got some great fights, some annoying AI, but really, we've got some great stuff. First off, we got Path 9. We've got Iceman against Domino. So the only thing with Domino is just keep track of that unlucky on myself, because I'm not going to be able to dodge those special ones with the unlucky on, and my cold snap's not going to apply if she has her lucky on. But I guess Iceman does help a little bit with her evades if I can get the cold snap to apply, but for the most part it's a lot of dashback intercepts, so keep my spacing. Sometimes I do, I'll dash back once, twice, just to make sure that, I feel comfortable with that intercept there. I'm pretty happy with that there. We go in and we'll heal up Iceman, and we've got Emma on the other hazard shift node, but she is a stubborn defender. So the way I like to play against her is I just don't bother with evading her special. I do it once there, but I just take the block damage, and then I'm able to manage the power bars so that I can pretty much parry her the entire time and keep her out of her diamond form. So I don't have to worry about that too much. So there I just take the block damage, keep her in her regular state, not diamond form, where I can parry and don't have to worry about stubborn, even though she's a stubborn defender. Now, Sig Korg is a little extra special here. We've got one of my teammates brought in White Magneto and threw on his pre-fight ability that gives metal champions 15% attack and a passive stun. Since Korg here is Sig 200 with almost 70% chance to shrug off a regular stun, he cannot shrug off the passive stun with White Magnetos Pre-Fight. So you can see there that I'm proccing a passive stun instead. It's a little tricky to get the passive stun to stick. It's almost like I gotta press harder on the screen in order to get it to work. It's not like a soft tap like with the regular parries. And there are a couple times where the parry doesn't work and I threw on an indestructible just in case, so I don't get, too badly screwed. So it actually worked out way better than I thought it would. I was going back and forth of whether I should do it with the pre-fight ability, without the pre-fight ability on, and I decided, what the heck, let's get the pre-fight on and see if we can consistently get the parries off. And for the most part, this was great. So, I do some characters where you do the pre-fight against, you bounce back pretty far away from the character. Like you can see, every time I do the parry, I don't really stand my ground. I'm more like I take a bounce off of him. So you just have to be prepared that it's going to feel a little bit different than a regular parry. But when this idea worked, it was perfect. So I took very little damage there. Next, we've got Magneto, which we've had a couple times this season already. With Torch, the only problem, it's window of opportunity stun and one eye open. So what I've been trying to do is trying to get him to throw like a 4-hit combo and counter it, but instead he kind of backed me into the corner. I take the one combo and get rid of his unstoppable for a little bit, so I'm able to at least attack in, push him to a special one, and I'm pretty comfortable with evading his special one and dashing back in, and then special 2 takes him out. So I was thrilled with that one to get away from that fight. I didn't really need Torch for anything else. Next, we've got Iceman on also window of opportunity stun. Now he is a stubborn defender, so I'm going to, like that, take some combo hits to block a few hits and then attack back in. And I can play around the window of opportunity stun, so I can keep track of when I can get my parries in. And I do take one little combo to the face there, but other than that, it's great, because if I can, get my cold snaps in, I don't have to worry about changing over Nightcrawler's stances because Iceman's cold snap, he can't evade. Here we go with Doom against Doom on kinetic transference power from afar. Now, I kind of forgot about the kinetic transference for a second, and then had to go into go into to God mode. But you'll see, we boost up, and we go in with this Doctor Doom on Doom, and the idea at first is parry and heavy so that I can get rid of those power from afars. Now, I immediately screw up on a special one there, and I get lucky that I don't throw the special 2 while he has his aura up, like it was just ending. So here my goal at this point, I've got the extra power boost, but I'd like to push him to a special, I'd like to get to a special 3. Problem is, I start blocking his special 2s and then totally forget for a second that, oh god, he's going to basically get unlimited special 2s if I don't start trying to evade these. So I'm like, alright, we're just going to keep evading them over and over and over again. I'm like, I'm kind of shaking at this point. I'm like, oh no, this isn't going to be good. I don't want to have to revive on this. And then we just start going nuts here with like whatever it is, 10% left. We're just going to start evading special 2s. Here we go. Let's evade another one. Go back in. At least the aura doesn't proc on the special 2, so we can just keep going in, throw our specials, and just go nuts with this. And before he gets that last one off, he goes. Got like 1% off left, but I get out of it, and I'm thrilled. The next morning, we go in to take on this Void with Iceman, and Void on this stun immune hazard shift node. I haven't done this one in a while, but for whatever reason, I could not get the Indestructible to not proc on my heavy intercepts. You can just see the Indestructible just keeps staying up there, and I can't get any of my Cold Snap or Frostbite damage to really apply, and it was just driving me crazy. He also did not want to throw a special 1. It just, the AI was rough. This fight and the boss fight later, the AI is just ridiculous. So it was a little frustrating. I tried my best to get as much damage in as I could, and I think eventually I take off like almost 50% of him on this attempt here. But it just, there I can finally get him to throw a special 1, and I can go in and attack afterwards. But it was just driving me crazy. So a little bit unlucky with the AI, but what can you do? So after this frustrating mess, I do get one more try in here, and it again doesn't, it just doesn't go as well as I'd like it to go, and let someone come in and finish him afterwards. So I think normally we have someone that comes in with like a different champ to take him out, but it's fine. Every war you got different setups, and I gave it my best here. Again, not one of my best shots here, but it's okay. The fights after this are the really nice ones. So there we go down just from. We try and get as much damage in as we could before he takes us out. All right. Here we got some great fights. We got Vision Arcus on the Rage node, and so we throw on a 33% special 3 boost and an invulnerability boost. Now, I didn't really need both of them because I had the invulnerability boost, but I had a bunch of fights coming up with power control, so I know I was going to have the invulnerability boost for all of them. And also, I threw that one on just in case I did take a hit. That was what, in case I took a hit from him early, like a special 2 or something, I wanted that 33% boost to be there just in case he gets to a special 3. So here, I put on the 200% power gain, and so I'm just going to be, I just cycle my specials like crazy. So here, this one works out great, cycle right back to another special 3. And I don't think because of my increased power gain, I didn't get right back to a special 3 fast enough. Like, or I didn't realize I was going to get it. Like, I couldn't get to my special 1 to steal the power, use the special 2 to take the damage, and knew I was going to get a special 3, but I've got the invulnerability boost on, and that's the end of it. So I was thrilled with take like no damage on that one. And this was with my junior account that I brought in just for this section of the boss circle. So then we've got another Korg. This time, just without we don't have that White Magneto Pre-Fight for this one, just the regular. But the one thing is here is hurt locker, so I gotta rotate my specials. Other than that, it's great. 2-mon Korg fight when you don't have to play Mixmaster style where you're doing like where you have to worry about alternating hits. You can just hit into him, then it's great. Doom's got his energy damage, and I still have the invulnerability boost on, so even though I suck at taking those, here I accidentally push him. I accidentally hit into his block and gave him like a ton of crowd charges there, but it's okay, we work our way out of it. Still barely taking any form of major damage, so we're solid on this one. Well, I dexed part of his special one. It's a start. There we go, drop another special 2, and he's finished. Next, we've got this vision, OG vision on special 2 bias, increased power, and we did this one last time without much of a problem. I made one mistake at the end, but we still had that 33% SP, like special 3 defense boost, and it came in clutch. So the thing with Dr. Octopus is that you have to reset your breakthroughs with a heavy attack, and your breakthrough can either be the armor up buff, the power lock, or the heal block. And so at one point here, I start refreshing the power lock, but then when I do this parry right here, it's a heal block instead. I think right this one, and he gets the synthesis at the right exact time in between the heal block and the power lock. And I take that special 3 to the face, but I had the extra boost on, and we survive. Last, I know we've had some really, I couldn't bring in the Mr. Fantastic synergy with Doc Ock this time. So I'm just stuck with Void. I know that my teammate threw on the pre-fight, but doesn't affect White Magneto pre-fight, but it doesn't affect Void for this one. He's not metal or a hero. Now, look at this Doom. He's got the most passive AI. I try to push him to 1 bar of power, and now for like 30 seconds straight, he is not going to throw the special. And the problem with this is even with my destructible charges on him, he's just going to continue to attack into me, trying to remove my destructible charges, and then he finally throws that special 1 in my face. And just terribly passive AI. So no boss solo for this round. We've got a couple tries at him, and were not able to get him down. Someone else came in to finish it off. We took another try with Void, and we actually took an attempt with Doom, but the AI was not having it today. Extremely passive, did not want to throw specials a lot. Here I get into like a decent rotation. I do take down a chunk of him. He's a big, beefy, 6-star rank 3 Doom boss. So you can't expect everything to work out in your favor every single time. But it was just Void is a long fight against him. And if he just continues to not throw specials, then he's not taking damage because I can't use my destructible charges. So you need like a good rotation so that you can continuously get those destructible charges on it, and it was not having it this time. So I thought there were some pretty great fights in here. You can watch the rest of this one, and we'll see you next time.